I hope you enjoy her this evening. Aaron, on to go.
All right, so let's try the single jaded girl thing, okay? Yeah, sure. Let me start with, I'm single and 36, and it scares the living shit out of most of my family. I don't have any cats yet, so that's a good sign. Not yet. No, I don't really like them. My aunt tells me all the time that she's praying to the patron saint of lost causes, hoping that he and God will bring me a husband this year. Such a self-esteem booster, it really is. And she's cock-blocking me on top of it, so... So to make her happy, not because I wanted to, I just thought I'd try online dating, and I tried that ChristianMingle.com. Yeah, they have the slogan, find God's perfect match. Because God has nothing better to do tonight than to sit through online profiles and find my ass a date. Sure. Cure world hunger, Aaron's at home watching Netflix. What should we do? I don't know. To me, I seem like the easier option, but whatever. And there's so many weird guys on there. There was a guy on there probably old enough to be my father, and he starts messaging me and says, Aaron, are you ready for a bad boy? I said, oh no, you're using the wrong terminology, buddy. All right, if you're over 30 guys and you're still calling yourself a bad boy, what you're really telling me is that you just never got your shit together. Right, yeah. I live in your mom's basement. Give me back credit. I understand. Maybe you're wrong, maybe. I don't know. So that didn't work out. And guys, also, if you're doing any online dating, and if you have any more than maybe 3 pictures of you and your mom together on that profile, go ahead and cancel that profile. Yeah, you're already in a serious relationship. I don't need that shit. I ended up shutting down the profile because I never really did anything with it. I figured I'm the one with the vagina, you chase me. So I would like open it up every once in a while and sit there for about 15 minutes and look through it, and felt that equated to like actually going out to a bar and talking to guys. And I felt like I accomplished something and I didn't. So it just didn't last too long. And my biggest problem is that I grew up around guys, I work with guys, all the comics are guys. I just don't know how to treat a guy, how to flirt with a guy, how any of that works. My idea of trying to flirt with a guy or have any amount of game is, hey asshole, want to go to lunch? It just doesn't go over well. And if it does, then that's a bad sign too. So, yeah, it's a really bad sign. And guys ask me out and I don't handle it well because I don't know what to do. I was at a comedy show and a guy said to me, would you like to go to dinner sometime, Aaron? Could I take you out? And I said, didn't really want to go out with the guy. And I said, no, comedy keeps me pretty busy. He goes, well, I know you gotta eat. I said, oh, hey, you don't ever use that with a girl, okay? I know you gotta eat isn't a pickup line, just so you know. Another guy asked me out recently, I guess it was a date. He said, hey, do you want to go with me to a wedding? And I said, no, weddings are lame. That sounds horrible. Why would I want to do that? And then we start to see the dejected look on his face, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's probably not the way to turn a guy down. And the next sentence was, why are you so mean? I don't know. And I talked about working with guys. I work in an office full of 15 guys and me. It's interesting. 15 of the nerdiest guys. We work for an AV company, so at any given time, all they're doing is talking about Star Wars every day, all day long, video games, or they're taking a shit. Yeah, so it makes for an interesting day. A lot of gay friends, do some shows at gay bars, that's always fun. And it's always where I get the most amount of attention from both sexes that's going absolutely nowhere. Yeah. And I've come to accept that. And another problem is, I'm spending so much time around the gay guys, that's not going to get me a date either. So, no. And I don't mind going to the gay bars, hot lesbian smacks me on the ass, I feel flattered. I don't that. But if one comes up to me and compliments me on my Converse shoes, not the same effect at all. No, not at all. One of my really good friends is gay, and he was kind of questioning what he wanted to do with all that. He said, I've never been with a woman, but I feel really comfortable with you, Erin. Maybe you would be my first. And I thought about it for a few seconds. We were out drinking, and I said, you know what, Josh, I don't want that kind of responsibility. I don't want to be your first representation of what a naked woman looks like. No, thank you. I don't want questions. I don't want to hear, is that what it's supposed to look like? And I don't want to be around for the confirmation when he's like, yep, dudes are for me. Thank you. That would be a problem for my self-esteem, so yeah, I don't want to deal with that either. Oh, God, I keep hearing about all the pizza muffins and thinking, God, that sounds so good. Pizza muffins, what's pizza muffins? I want to know. And then I remember getting ready to come here and dealing with my own muffin top, and the impression that went along with it, being pissed off, and then I think, no, I don't need pizza muffins. Because I have body issues like a lot of girls do, and a lot of girls, they blame Barbie. I always hear that, oh, Barbie set me up with unrealistic body expectations. Okay, well, I grew up with all guys, and the unrealistic body expectations I'm trying to live up to are Optimus Prime. Yeah, not going to get there. Not going to get there ever. What I am trying to do, though, is live up to my New Year's resolution. It's the same thing every year, and it's to make white guys an option again. So probably not going to happen. I went ahead and got my vaccination for jungle fever. I have good health insurance. And I'll tell you what, big needle. Big needle. And I understand, okay, jungle fever isn't fatal, but there are some side effects. There's lower credit score. I started to really have a thing for pit bulls. And of course there's mixed race children, and I don't need that either, so I don't want that. No, thank you. Oh, God. A friend of mine told me about how there's a Girl Scout cookie app you can download on your phone. That's great, because I need something that works off my GPS so that I can go on a scavenger hunt for my gluttony and self-hatred. I really appreciate that. Of course, I can't find my way to a Walmart, which is where they were. And these poor little girls, they had them at the end of the parking lot, the furthest they could get them from the door of the Walmart. They're way out there, standing there trying to be cookie hookers. And I just drive by and kind of do one of these and avoid eye contact, like you do with the Salvation Army bell ringers at Christmas time. And I thought, why did they stick those poor little girls out there? And then the more I thought about it, I thought, well, there are a lot of sex offenders going in and out the front door. That was probably 1,000 feet from the entrance. Makes sense to me. So I try to eat healthy. I've been going to Fresh and Easy because it's open 24 hours. So after I've been drinking beer at a comedy show, I can eat something healthy on my way home. So they send you coupons thinking that they're helping you out. For Valentine's Day, they sent me an ad and said, oh, we're offering all these great deals. If you're in a couple, we'll give you a special on a really nice bottle of wine and a dozen roses. They gave you a price. Oh, okay, that's nice. Scroll down a little bit, and it says, if you're single, we'll give you a good price on a pack of beer and ice cream sandwiches. So that's what I have waiting for me when I get home. I like to save money, what can I say? And then I got another one, and it said, if you buy any package of sausage, you could get a 6-pack of beer for a penny. And I thought, what the hell? I thought this was supposed to be healthy food. How disgusting is that this is how they're trying to market to us as a society? Then I look at the fine print and it says, this offer is based on your previous purchases. Fine, you got me there. Got me there. All of my friends are having kids and getting married right now because apparently 36 is last call for vagina, so. I have to see all of my friends post pictures of their kids all the time, and sometimes I don't mind, I really like to see the pictures and not actually have to deal with the child itself. And school started a few months ago, and one of my friends had her son going to kindergarten, and she posted 57 pictures of his first day of kindergarten. And I commented and said, he's coming home in 4 hours, right? He's not going to the war. He'll be back. But suddenly I'm the asshole. And another one of my friends, she just had a baby girl, and I don't know what's wrong with this kid. She doesn't look like she has a soul. But yet it's my favorite time. Every time there's new pictures of her, I've got to say, no, she looks kind of dead inside. She kind of looks like a speed bump in a dress, so whatever. And one of my friends, she got married last summer, and I went back for the wedding because the bitch made me a bridesmaid. I had to wear a pink dress, and I wasn't very happy about it. But she did tell me who the other bridesmaids were going to be, and I agreed for one reason, and that was because for the first time in my life, I got to be the hot skinny girl out of the group. I come from rural Pennsylvania. This is a 10. Okay? That's what I'm working on. And I go to the wedding, and it was kind of uncomfortable because all the bridesmaids are married mothers of very small children. So they sat and talked about that a lot, and I knew I wasn't going to fit in with that group. So I decided to go to the bar with all the groomsmen and pound shots and break balls, and I won because I made the best man cry. So, it didn't turn out great for picture time, but whatever. So she had a lot of weird ideas about what we should do for the wedding. Like, she's like, I think we should all wear body glitter. I'm like, really, body glitter? Okay, whatever. And she starts spraying it on all of us, and I'm watching, and I'm trying to find a way out of it. And I said, hey, I thought that's why we went to college, is so that we don't have to wear body glitter. Didn't work, didn't get me out of it at all. And all I heard about for like a year and a half was this wedding. That's all we ever talked about. The clothes, the shoes, the makeup, the hair. Pinterest out the ass. It was ridiculous. And once the wedding was over, I was like, oh God, thank God we can just stop talking about that. We can just have a good time. So I went home for the holidays, and we're sitting around at New Year's and having a couple drinks, and she starts playing this game called, hey, let's decide what our baby's gonna look like. I'm like, are you serious? I said, nobody wants to play this game, okay, and I'll tell you why. Unlike you getting married, you having a baby isn't going to get any of us drunk or laid. So, we don't give a shit. I did go home for the holidays back to Pennsylvania, and let's see, I travel at the holidays every year, and people always ask me, oh, isn't that so stressful because there's so many people? I said, yeah, there's somewhere between a shitload and a fuck ton of people, so I'm afraid I'm going to miss my gate or miss my flight, so I have this practice down pat. I go to the airport bar for about 2 hours and get as drunk as I possibly can. And then I just kind of wander around the airport and look for all the other sloppy fat white people. And sure enough, we're all going to Pittsburgh. And those Steelers shirts give it away. It never fails me. It's great. So I go home, and my parents are watching Food Network on a constant loop. And this one woman was talking, and she said, she was going to make this big, elaborate lunch for her family. Just going to whip it up on a whim on the ingredients she had in her refrigerator. And I sat and thought about what I had at home, and I thought, the only thing I'll whip it up on a whim is botulism. So that would be why she has a show on the Food Network, and I don't. You guys have been great. I'm Erin Heinko.